Now, the High Park fire is putting up more smoke this evening. Here's a live picture over the last several hours. Winds picking up, and as expected, we're seeing increased fire activity and evacuations ordered in that area. The winds have grounded all aerial support, as we said a moment ago. Now, here's the High Park burn area. Now, more than 55,000 crews are burned. The crews say that good weather is over the last couple of days, or the weather they've had, I should say, over the last couple of days, helped them contain the eastern edge of that fire. High winds in the High Park fire resulting in new evacuations ordered this afternoon for people in the Hewlett Gulch subdivision. 96 evacuation alerts sent out. That's on top of the hundreds in Wrist Canyon, parts of Pooter Canyon, and more than a dozen other communities that remain out of their homes, those folks living in that area. Before the winds kicked up now, firefighters were saying the fire was about 45% contained. 7 News reporter Eric Lufer is at the entrance to the Hewlett Gulch subdivision. Eric, the fire looks to be changing directions.
Yeah, and what we were seeing and what we're hearing right now is all this wind. You can see just how bad it is. It's coming from due west right now. And here's the significance of all of this. This latest evacuation area is east of Glacier View. And you'll remember firefighters have been saying that's been a top priority for them, saying the fire's spreading west and northwest near Glacier View. But now these evacuations are moving east, so that'll tell you that this is definitely changing direction. Take a look at what we're seeing. A lot of activity. The wind really has picked up in the last 5 minutes or so. Again, you can see the large plume of smoke. This isn't the worst we've seen. We saw darker plumes of smoke earlier. This fire just won't stop. Here we go again. More residents forced to evacuate, leaving behind advancing smoke and flames.
Well, I wanted to water my house down a little bit maybe, but you know, be safe. That's the most important thing.
Brian Fisher was just evacuated. He moved here from Chicago just 2 weeks ago.
Well, I moved in right after the Hewlett fire went out, so like I said, this is our second one.
It was forecast, and it came true. High winds helping fuel the High Park fire yet again, the flames spreading erratically.
But that's part of living in the mountains.
9 days in and no signs of the fire backing down, leaving Rich Baker, who's been evacuated since Tuesday, leaning on faith to get by.
I've got a lot of trust in the man up above. If the wind changes, if it goes to the north, everybody above us is going to be in trouble.
And back here live, you're looking at the entrance of the Hewlett Gulch subdivision, which was evacuated earlier this afternoon. Not as much activity right now. It looks like all the folks have gotten out, but earlier we saw a lot of cars, a lot of trucks, even trailers. I saw one trailer with as many as 12 horses, the owner getting them to safety. Again, a look at the fire right now. We're starting to see a dark plume of smoke coming out through that lighter smoke. That means some heavier fuels are burning there. And again, the winds just have really picked up out of the west. Again, it looks like this fire has definitely changed direction with these new evacuations. And again, just a perfect example of the wind. Those weeds go directly east. Just prime example of what a fire can do when the weather conditions are like this. Back to you.
Eric, thanks so much. Eric Lufer reporting. And of course, we talked about those winds and the concern about it. The smoke from the High Park fire is blowing into Fort Collins. 7 News video of journalist Major King taking this picture. We've seen numbers of tweets talking about the smell and the visibility in Fort Collins being less than a mile. Our team coverage continues with 7 News reporter Jacqueline Allen at the evacuation center at the ranch in Loveland. And Jacqueline, the air is so bad there, the big concern is they're even handing out masks.
Yeah, this wind has been a game changer, and the Red Cross has been handing out these masks for anyone with respiratory issues. A lot of people have been taking them up on it. It's smokier here than it has been all week long. This wind is a game changer. That's what folks are being told in the evacuation briefing today. One woman we talked to, Linda Panapinto, said even though she's being told now that she won't probably be able to go home this week because of the wind, she's still hopeful that her house will make it through this.
The lines are holding, and that was our biggest concern, because we looked up around 10 o'clock this morning, 11 o'clock this morning, all of a sudden there's smoke everywhere. The wind shifted, and now the wind's coming in from the northwest, and we're kind of literally in the line of fire. So they're holding the line for us, and we can't thank them enough. The Redstone firefighters rock!
So a lot of hope there. Right now, the Red Cross is getting ready to put together cleanup kits here tomorrow morning, including some sifters from Lowe's. Here's what they look like. This is a sad thought. They tell me this is for people whose homes have nothing left but ashes, and they have to sift through it to see if any valuables are left. That brings together the harsh reality of what's going on here. But there are also incredible stories of generosity. I talked to one evacuee who was staying at the Best Western in Fort Collins. He told me that a man from Wyoming stopped by to check out, and while he was there, he paid for the bills for every evacuee staying at that hotel. Incredible stories here at the Evacuation Center. Reporting live, Jacqueline Allen, 7 News.
Incredible story. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Of course, the wind, the